in a cosmic expanse. I'm the chosen one, embrace the dark events. In this psychedelic journey, I take my chance. Saturday, where reality fades. Mushrooms on my mind, I enter the inner space. Standing in front of the gods, feeling they on gate. Chosen by the dark side, unlock the ancient ways. Yeah, tripping on the mushrooms dance. Lost in a cosmic expanse. I'm the chosen one, embrace the dark events. In this psychedelic journey, I take my chance. Saturday, where reality fades. Mushrooms on my mind, I enter the inner space. Standing in front of the gods, feeling they on gate. Chosen by the dark side, unlock the ancient ways. Yeah, tripping on the mushrooms dance. Lost in a cosmic expanse. I'm the chosen one, embrace the dark events.
I was just tripping off this song right here that the AI made. That is wow, man. AI is something else. Let's see, where is my Discord even at? Oh, let me see. There we go, right there. What's up, Retro Roman? Cryo. Oh, we got big
Ordinary trader shit I was doing.
chat.
That's the same equation I was checking out, bro. If I started with $10, nigga, by the time I got, okay, so it was two ways I did it: a perfect way and a margin way. So a perfect way was if I was able to make at least one trade a day or whatever type shit, or one trade whatever. If I was to make like 17 or 20 trades in a row, bro, I would be around like 900 racks or some shit, or somewhere around that area, 500 racks,
bro.
like $10.
Yeah, bro.
And the funny part was, it wasn't even giving me 100%. The shit was giving me like 70%. So just off of 70%, by the time I got to trade fucking 20, I was in the 100,000. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Exponential growth is crazy.
What
It
y'all
seems
talking
it's like
about?
that 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And then he's talking about trading, how he so I was saying only on average 1,400 years ago, our grandparents numbered in the million range. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. You only got to do that 20 times to get to a million. And then he was saying he was doing the math on his trades to see where it would land him. And he's around that number just by doing trades.
All right, my bad. I got a call list. My bad.
You're
I
good.
called these niggas. They didn't want to pick up, but then they want to call me. I tried to call you niggas. No, but bro, when I did the thing, bro, it shit blew my mind. It shit blew my mind. I only gotta make 20 right trades, bro. And it's not a trade that's like, oh yeah, you hold it or some shit. No, it's just like, hey, bro, if it bounces off this key level, you're like, hey, I think it's gonna go up for 5 minutes, or in 5 minutes I think it's gonna go up, whatever. And then if you do that 17 or 20 times, you're in the fucking like hundreds of thousands or thousands. I'm like, yo, what the? And that's from $10. That's not from starting from 100. No, I started from $10. And I'm like,
from 10
yo,
bucks.
what the fuck? If I could always project this shit like how I always be doing, bro, why not take that talent and put it there? Like, take my focus and put it there. Because I always be like, hey, bro, I was right. Yeah, I caught it. Or, yeah, I called it out. I'm always talking about how I'm calling some shit out or some shit. So I'm like, yo, why not take that, bro, and apply it to that, bro, and then just be consistent. And then, boom. If I fuck up $10, I'm okay with that. I don't even have to go to $1 million and then be like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
just take my
It's
talent
side
and
money.
put that there.
Yeah, exactly.
That shit had my mind blown, bro. I was like, what? I only gotta be right 20-something. What? What? I think even if I did like whatever I won, I take 50% of that and then I risk that. You know what I mean? Like, instead of doing, we're gonna bet the whole thing we won. No, whatever we won, take 50 and then bet that. I think by like 20-something trades, I think I was at like 30 racks or some shit, or 50 racks maybe. 60 rack, like somewhere like up there, some shit. I forgot. It was lower, but the exponential on the fucking like, oh, bet all type shit was fucking way higher. I mean, of course, because it's double, but way fucking higher, bro. Way higher. I was like, yeah, we gotta stop playing. I gotta stop playing around. We gotta stop playing around. millionaire in no time. Being a millionaire in no time. And nobody's perfect. I ain't saying that. But at least I could get like 5 or 6 in a row. I do that proficiently. So it's like, nigga, let's go. Let's go.
Right. Well, you're taking, if you take that 50%, you take 40%, take 25% out of that, and call that the bag. Well, that's the money realized. That's that's fruit of your profit that that you have, instead of risking it all. Double down again. Then if everything's gone, then everything's gone. But by taking that little bit out, then you kind of secure that bag.
Oddly enough, I tried a trading tactic that was similar to what you just said. Instead of putting it away though, like I do a tester trade. I'm like, okay, let's see what happens when I do this. And not like I'm trying to gamble. I'm still thinking it's gonna go up, but sometimes it'd be like, we're gonna wait a little bit, and then we're gonna go up. Okay, let's see. Let's throw in a $2 trade. Okay, you're doing that. Okay. Now I'm gonna do a 20, and then I kind of just space them out like 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes. So even though if one trade goes sour, at least the other trade is still there. I'm still in the game. I'm still alive. Yeah. I think the other day I was fucking around. I turned $19 into like 170. I was like, oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But it was just trying to like a new experiment type shit. I was trying like a new way of trading. And I was like, okay, bet. Okay, I'll fuck with this. I see you. I did give it back to the market though. I ain't even gonna bullshit you because I did get greedy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Let me do it again.
Yeah, bro. I was like, I can do this shit again. I did it like 10 times, nigga. I can do this again, nigga.
You're like, nope.
I already did it 10 times, nigga. I can do this 170 to make 350. Okay, yeah, bet. But I broke out of my system that I was doing to get to 170, and then I was like, okay, bet. I see what I did. Okay. Yeah. I ain't tripping. That was $19. Not 19.
What you was trading on, Con?
Oh, huh?
I said what you was trading on.
Oh, like some binary option type shit where they'd be like, hey, if you think this is going to stay up here for the next 2 minutes or something, or this is going to go up or down for the next 3 minutes, place this bet. And we paying out 70% or 80% or whatever. And then shit like that. Like they got different types of ways of trading. Like you could just regular Forex trade where I'm like, I'm going to hold this and I'm going to make money on the movements. Or you could be like, fuck the movements, nigga, really, and I'm going to just make money on if it's going up or down. As long as it stay above your line that you put it at or whatever, or you got in that, you win. Or you make money. You profit. If not, though, your shit just go to zero. Like whatever money you put in on that trade, you don't win nothing back. You know what I mean? So if you put $10 in and it's a 70% payout and you win, that's like $17. If you lose, you just lose that $10. You just lose whatever you put on the trade.
Okay.
I think by maybe Monday or Tuesday, I'm gonna screen share this so you can see it. I say Monday and Tuesday because I go to work today and the market is closed by Saturday. They open Sunday, but I don't really, you know what I mean? I have to wait till Monday type shit. I kind of just show.
Getting that experience that you're getting on those $10, those $100 trades, you're learning. So when you get to those $100, $1,000, $100, those bigger trades, then you already kind of know what to look for. So that's good experience that you're gathering.
Yeah, that's why I was like, okay, if I did this type shit, I started feeling like this because I was all right all the time and shit. Okay, we got too euphoric and greedy. Okay, cool. But I already seen this. That's why I like to play with bigger amounts of money or get used to seeing bigger amounts of money move. So that way when I'm in these predicaments and shit, it's not like, oh my God, or what the fuck? It's like, okay, right. Okay. It's more like a decision that went wrong. Instead of, this money's, oh my God. It's like, okay, we made a right decision.
Right. It's like talking to a hot girl or something. Like, you lose your your confidence goes out the window first couple times or whatever until you realize, oh, that's just a person too. I don't need to, so being
hi, my name is, how are you? I mean, hi, how are my name? My name is,
yeah, that's good. So you can look at $100,000 deal, or you can look at a $10 deal and treat it the same way with the same integrity. I like that.
Yeah, that's the whole goal. That's the whole goal right there. I just got too euphoric of being right and shit. I just gotta be used like, okay, yeah, I was right. Okay, yeah. I was too yeah, we was right like 10 times in a row and shit, or fucking 6 times in a row. It's like, all right, we gotta learn to calm down and shit.
Right.
And I think we only getting happy because we didn't expect it, because it's a new experiment. So that's the part too. I gotta give myself a pat on the back, but also be like, hey, we gotta watch yourself with that. You did good.
Right.
That was good, bro. But still, you still left with nothing. You still left with nothing. You made a big thing out of nothing, or a bigger thing, almost 10x your shit, but you still left with nothing. But good job though. Good job though. I see what you did, but you left with nothing.
Right.
Good job.
And it's good that you can teach yourself that too. You can pick that up, picking up what you're putting down. Nobody else is behind you fucking saying those things. You can tell yourself those things. That's awesome.
Yeah, I ain't trying to have it. Hey, go get a trade. I mean, it's good to have a trader mentor, but thousands of dollars for I don't want to pay $1,000 for a nigga to tell me what I already was on.
Yeah.
Somebody tell me, oh, you was already on the track. Well, I knew that. What? I think you're gonna tell me something I ain't know, bro. What the fuck?
Thanks for the pat on the head.
Yeah, you just giving me I just paid you like thousands of dollars for a pat on the head and confirmation. And maybe a couple of different point of views. That might change my life. That might. But thousands of dollars for a might? I don't know, sir. I'd rather just examine myself and just keep seeing what the hell I'm doing and why I'm doing it. That's what you're going to do anyway, bro. You're going to look at me and tell me why I'm doing the shit I'm doing. So I'm going to just...
You wouldn't pay $1,000 to have lunch with Warren Buffett? Is that what you're saying?
Nah.
$1,000 with a lunch with Warren Buffett?
I'd pay $100,000 to have lunch with Warren Buffett. You know what we're talking about? Warren Buffett, the trade god, the guru of fucking this planet Earth. You wouldn't pay that money for Warren Buffett? Shit.
Nah, not even 100,000, bro.
I'd pay $1 million.
Times have changed since he made his money.
Because I know, man, become that motherfucker's friend. Watch his Twitch, man. I'll be making billions off that motherfucker.
I go to Elon Musk. I say, I want to make Tesla South Korea. We make Tesla in South Korea, and we make a lot of money.
So you can learn off people, and sometimes you got to pay to play, man, or else you're going to be stuck chasing your fucking tail. To power up, if you can't pass the stage, sometimes you got to buy the bonus. You know, like in those slot machines, you fucking spend $1,000 to fucking still never hit the bonus. All you got to do is pay $150 and you connect the bonus. 40% chance you win back your investment, 20% chance you'll get more, 30% chance you get less. It's a probability of odds. You know, and the trading market ain't much more different than slot machines, I'll tell you that. But I don't know anything. I don't know nothing. I'm just a homeless person talking to people on the street. It's all me. I don't know nothing. Don't listen to nothing I tell you. Because what worked for me ain't going to work for you. Why? Because you ain't me, and I ain't you. That's all I can say to people. But yeah, man, if you got the formula for yourself, yeah, man, work that shit, man. Work it. But if it don't work for a couple years, switch it up. That's all I say. Because our only enemy is time in this fucking world. That's the only enemy we have. You can do anything. You can achieve anything. But you got to do it within the amount of time that we have. And unfortunately, we don't know how much time we have. You have 80, 90 years, or you have 26 years. We don't fucking know. You think X knew he was going to die at 27, 26, whatever? XXX extension. Or he never even died at 27. He died at 20 odd. You know, a lot of the geniuses die young. I'm just saying, no one's going to die. We live forever. But you got a formula and it worked for a little while. Switch it up or tweak it. You know, don't be afraid to change. That's all I'm saying. And don't pay for it. I'm not saying you got to pay for change. You don't have to pay people to teach you things. Lessons are free in life. You know, you just got to make sure you don't limit your opportunities. That's the thing, man.
Some people got to pay for it, though, Big Chill.
You don't control those opportunities, man. And by your actions, you limit your opportunities.
Some people who
whether
got
other
music
people
playing.
trying to teach you lessons. No, I know too much.
Somebody got music playing in the background and we live.
I didn't know it was live. And I'm singing in the background, true. That wasn't the radio playing. That was me. I was singing. That's legal.
It wasn't music. It was a phone ringtone.
Oh. Who got that
Same
ringtone on their phone?
Big Schmill.
Yeah, the phone works. All right, try them again. Love you. Bye. All right, love you. Bye.
He said Big Chill got that on there.
Love you. Bye, man. Love you. And that's another thing. Whatever you do, do it with love. Because if you do
Okay.
it with love, you can fail.
Y'all want to do Cryo's cooking show today, where I
Bruh.
choose
We're
a
talking
random recipe?
We're talking
Nah.
finances. Connor's trying to teach us about
Um,
trading.
my bad,
What's
I'm
up with it, Gnostic Chef? What it do, man? Nothing. I was just working on some stuff, so I was like,
True,
might as
you
well
can tell us
come
it's
live, let
Right
everybody chop it up. Cause I was sitting here trying to stream on a couple of other platforms and see how it'll work. So this mainly just a test.
You're trying out the new. No, but yet that's what I was talking about yesterday. That's why I was making the list and shit. Like, what is the nigga doing? Why am I doing these things? Where am I putting my money to? Where do I plan on putting my money to?
He said,
This
on the
ain't
scale of
Texas.
on
This
the
ain't
one to
whole.
very- wait,
Shout out to
very-
Beyonce and her
very
country
how
song.
high
Right
are you?
on.
Man, I'm lit right now. Like,
This ain't Texas.
like I was off today, so you know it's crazy because like I don't like when I'm working, I don't be smoking a lot, but when I get off, I be smoking blunts back to back, back to
Bro, I
back.
be saying that, bro, but I be going to work high as octopus tentacles, nigga. I be going to work flabbergasted.
Yeah.
I be like, man, I don't
Somebody's
like
birthday
movies.
yesterday. Oh man, happy
high
late
anyway.
birthday,
If
man.
I don't smoke, I'm high. It's like I'm tapping into that
Yeah,
THC.
my
in
birthday
Who
was on
birthday
the
is?
7th, the
I don't
last
even
month.
smoke, but still I'm high.
Gnostic Chef, man, coming to the Discord, Gnostic Chef.
Happy
Like,
birthday,
let me, what's
Gnostic.
the name? Let me post
Happy
the
Gnosis.
Discord into that thing.
Welcome to March, guys. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to March. Huh? I know. I'm going to a concert tonight.
March is my month. It's my birthday
March
month.
Madness, baby. March
What
Madness.
concert are you going to?
To Mahalia.
Oh,
That,
shit.
girl, yeah. My girl love her music. Her music is dope though. So yeah.
You better go see P. Diddy before he goes on vacation.
That was your
Man,
girl, bro.
I ain't going to see P. Diddy or Meek
Or maybe
Mill.
Meek Mills. I don't know if Meek Mills is going to go on witness protection. So you never know.
Meek Mill from Toronto.
No. Old Town. Man. That's from that gay block. That's from the gay block. Come on.
I don't know what's going on with them right now, but I'm like, you know, I don't even know why it's a big thing,
That's
man.
LA. That's
Yo,
LA.
he tried to defend himself, bro, and he said, like, yo, that ain't me. I be running red lights and all. That ain't me. I'm like, nigga, what?
Like, nigga, that's a red light right there.
Nigga, you red light right now, nigga. I see why you red light.
You
Nigga,
ran a
what?
red light right there. Like, dang.
Nigga put a stop sign in front of himself and then ran it.
Oh, what's up, Gnostic Chef? It was your birthday yesterday. What did you do?
Yeah, wow, nothing really. Just chilled at the house. But it was the 9th time seeing it. You know, from being born on Leap Day.
Yeah.
He's
So-
here. You're 9 years old, man. My aunt's birthday was yesterday. too.
Oh, you born on a leap day? Oh, shit. You like
Leap
6?
Day. Yeah, so I turned 36, and it was my 9th time seeing it. So it's like that Tesla numbers, you know, the 369,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. Feeling that energy for sure.
Beautiful, brother. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire,
Reminds me
brother.
of my birthday, March 33rd.
What'd you do for your
33rd.
birthday? What'd you do for your
Wait, what do
birthday?
you
though?
put down, bro?
Born on April 1st. April 1st.
Like, do you put down that you like 7? Or like like you know what I mean? When you apply to jobs and shit, like how does that work? Like for real, how does that work though?
Yeah, legally I'm
I think it's
36.
28. Come on, Con.
And then
Come on.
I never met nobody who I swear to God, I never met nobody who was born on a
Okay.
leap year and got to talk about this. If
No,
I
yeah,
did, we were kids, so we wasn't worried
the-
about. You know what I
the
mean?
most-
We wasn't worried about that.
the most interesting thing was when I turned 21, I think, because as a kid, I was always like adamant on making the day be celebrated in February based that I was born in February. And so I would always celebrate it on the 28th, opposed to March 1st, although
Hey,
like,
so you're one of those. Okay.
and then,
on the 29th, they celebrated on the 1st or the 28th.
right.
Yeah.
See, and I was always adamant on, since I was born in February, to celebrate in February. And then when I turned 21 to go into the casino for the first time, they made me wait till March 1st. But then the
Oh,
DMV, you know how the DMV will expire your license on the day of your birthday, and
Yeah.
since my license didn't have a leap year that year, they expired it on the 28th of February. So as far as like the DMV was concerned, they were gonna do it on the 28th, like how I kind of attribute it to.
Yeah.
But then the casino was like, nah, you gotta wait till March 1st.
Oh,
But it also
wow.
shows. I just think it's crazy how it shows how like ridiculous that idea is. Anyways, they were gonna not allow me inside their establishment based on a 24-hour gap that they couldn't even legitimately say there's there.
Hey, but it is
No,
there
that's-
though,
I
because
mean-
the 29th didn't happen, and if it didn't
Bro,
happen,
you shouldn't
it-
even be in there though, because you technically like 7.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
right.
really,
What
if
the-
you think about it, like anybody that wasn't born in February is an NPC.
Oh, right.
All the February people was real. Everybody else is NPCs. I'm just letting y'all know if y'all didn't know.
They do say February is the one of the rarest birth months.
Shortest, yeah.
Well, I think they say it's one of the
Big
rarest
things
months
come in
too, though.
small- Well, it is the shortest.
Yeah,
It's 28
because
days.
because it's short. So a lot of people
Shortest
ain't
period.
gonna
Oh,
get in.
right.
They gonna
Just based on that, you're
they
saying?
gotta get in on
That's
the
why
first.
it's a travesty. They
March.
made that Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? That's a travesty.
Oh, straight in
Travesty.
February, right?
Shortest month.
Yeah.
I feel insulted. I'm just saying.
So we have leap year and a solar eclipse this year too. So should be a big year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the sun's
taking-
on some mess.
Man, I'm
The sun
taking
is
I'm
fentanyl.
taking mushrooms
year,
when
the
I
sun
go
has
to the
been crazy.
concert tonight. I'm taking mushrooms on
We're going
concert
tonight to the
trips.
concert. Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
'Cause
I
we-
knew you were gonna take mushrooms as soon as you said Mahalia and concert and gonna go see.
Yeah, I gotta. Take
I
a
knew
couple.
you was gonna go listen to the concert as soon as you said you were gonna go listen to the concert.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
You can read the future, Cryo.
yeah, I was
You
certain.
can read the future when it's told to you.
Oh, I know what's gonna happen after people say what they're gonna do.
It's the power of the oracle.
That's all.
Alley
It's amazing.
power trickling over.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Hey,
what?
yo,
But
but
what
that
did?
talk,
Oh, go ahead, Don. Go ahead, Dre.
yeah, that talk about birthdays like got me thinking. It's a little bit weird because like technically, like there's no such thing as like someone who's 20 and then someone who's 20, like two people that are 20, because your biological age is literally just based off of like the amount of times your cells have reproduced in your body.
Right. Or what about the
That's trippy,
fact
man.
that
You'll be like 6 months. That's trippy.
what about the fact that you start that journey 9 months prior, right? Because I mean, just the
Yeah.
fact that you exit the womb doesn't mean that you began that day. You started the journey that 9 months prior. So I mean, to conceptualize a birthday as a beginning is almost like a farcity. You're kind of you're eliminating all of that time that you spent being created within the womb or the matrix of your mother, and then
Yeah.
we forget about that time and we just start on day one when we exit the womb and say that's our beginning, when in reality I think that's partially part of the birthday as an illusion to keep you in this idea of like
First coming to the planet or something.
right,
Shit.
yeah, like because a lot of people when I have conversations on when did they suppose they like came in to the world, they usually say some weird stuff depending, like some people will say like, oh, they don't think they came online until they're like 8 years old or something like that, and I'm like, I don't understand. I
Yeah,
think
when
that
you-
is part of the disconnect.
Yeah, to add on top of that.
Have kids, you see that it starts in the womb, because like I remember, having like music in your car and having the music played up loud, the kids be like hearing the music, they be kicking to the music. Like it
Right,
starts
yeah.
early. They hear everything you say, they know your voice and everything when they in the womb.
Yep. My wife's currently pregnant right
but,
now, and you could totally tell with certain activity that I'm having a son. He acts up differently, like you're describing, and we're still so early in the pregnancy that it's it's like it's mind blowing sometimes when I start rationalizing what's going on inside her stomach. It's like hard to fathom it, you know?
Yeah. Be rough.
I think they count it as the birthday.
Everything that's going on too, bro. If you stress, you know how you can be like, no, it's okay, I'm not stressed. Like to your friends, but like you probably really is stressed. Or no, I'm not stressed, but you're really happy. The baby knows. The baby like know all of that. Like if you really stressed and you can't sleep, the baby might can't sleep. Like imagine like a bubble and the baby trying to attune itself like with you, and then it's like, okay, he's stressed, so he's not going to sleep. So I think I could still be up. But if you calm down and baby like, okay, we calm. Everything is calm. I feel a sense of calmness, especially when they lay on you or like it's body to body contact or something like that. It get real like, oh yeah, I'm about to adapt to his thing. They can really tell. Really, really fucking tell, bro. We're trying to be real like not calm, but just neutral or just, you know what I mean? I don't try to always keep her calm or something. I just be like, let me be neutral.
Yeah.
My time, I try to be calm. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, what I
kind of had that.
What I meant was like you can have like someone who's like legally 20, but they're biologically like almost 30 based on like their genetics or like their lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then someone's cells can only divide up to 64 times, and like the quality of what cells in that area of the body looks like is based off of telomere composition, and that shortens every time like the cells keep dividing continuously and replicating. So like that's when you start to have like the sagginess and the loss of elasticity. And I think like they want to legally count it as when you're born as like your year 0 or whatever, because that's when you hit the air for the first time, and that's when like oxidation starts to occur on your skin and tissue.
Yeah, that's a good thought for sure. It's your first time breathing on your own too. Every other step along the way, you needed to hold mom's hand, you know? So it's your first step as your own person being outside that womb. I feel like that's another reasoning for why we hold the birthday so high up in value.
It's wild because when you think of like the birthdays, you see it written out in certain old text and shit, but written in a different way. It's hard for me to explain it.
Yeah, the birthday is very, very interesting for sure, because you have the idea of you have like the placenta, which carries you the whole way through to get to where you are, which then sacrifices itself on the table for you, and then they say that you're born into sin, and then you have this thing being sacrificed, quote unquote, your uterine twin. They call the placenta the uterine twin because it basically is you from your 46 chromosomes that are made up at that beginning stage from the zygotic, embryonic,
the tree of life.
Yeah. And then you look into like the mitochondrial DNA and how women carry their eggs. Like a woman is given a set amount of eggs to have throughout her whole life, and those eggs are developed within her mother's womb. So that means the egg that you were fertilized from was created within your grandmother.
Yeah.
So you have this lineage that goes back through mitochondrial DNA. See, men are different in the sense that we reproduce sperm endlessly, you know? So we don't have any like lineage that actually gets tied in the same way as the ovum, because the ovum has like this higher level of memory. I think it's part of that Akashic record, or those like when we talk about being able to connect, it's because we are probably based on the fact that this lineage of mitochondrial DNA just continues to go back and back and back, because like I said, the women are only given a set amount of the eggs, the ovum, and then those eggs are created within their mothers, which their mothers was within their mothers. So it just like is an infinite loop. It's mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
So I just looked it up.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Dre.
Okay, yeah, so I just looked it up. So different parts of the body, different regions, it takes them a little bit of time to replenish the cells after apoptosis occurs, which is like after the 64th division and there's no more telomeres in the cells. Um, the cells pretty much just die off and it starts to show aging. So like for instance, the skin takes about 20 days to replenish that. So it's like a compound effect through your life of like you give it the proper nutrients to your body, do you have the proper environment to like properly replenish it at a good rate.
Yeah. And then when a cell doesn't go through apoptosis and it refuses to die, it actually becomes like a cancer cell, which is also interesting when you start thinking about that. Having the cells refuse to die is a detriment to your health, you know? So those cells get basically a code that is sent to them to go through apoptosis, like you're describing there, and then they destroy themselves to continue the being. Because as you're describing that, there's like a 7-year progress. I don't know if you're reading it in there, but there's like your
Yeah,
body
5 to
basically,
7.
right? Your body will turn over every single cell in its body to be a whole new thing again every 7 years, which is why people can gain new allergies and things throughout their life, is based on not just the nature, but the nurturing, like you're describing their environment, all of those different things, their stress levels are all going to play into this overall spectrum of the cell division and how fast you're going to age. Yeah, 100%.
It's also related to your developmental cycle because like every 7 years you have a new major thing that finishes developing in your body. Like at 49, you have your nervous system that's done developing, and then
Mhm.
that's it after that. Like you're done. So you have
Right.
like 7. I know that at 21, between 21 and 28, you get your prefrontal. So before 25 to 28, like any decision making isn't even like valid personally
Right.
because you'll make really bad decisions in general.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. They also talk about it in spiritual senses that you're coming into a new being, you know, like you're having these new um, thoughts and ideas are coming in. Like I'm watching my daughter, she's 9, and she's already expressing different things that she did just a year ago. So it's funny how much they come into being through a spiritual change, and a physiological change is also being, you could actually map out a physiological change, and then you could see a spiritual or internal change based on their observations or perceptions of what they see around them. So yeah, it's just, and then if you look at the way you're describing it there, it would be 13, 14 would be a new coming up into
That's
persons, and then that's
it.
like puberty
It
time, you
makes
know? So
sense though because
yeah,
that's why they got the other thing. Like it's like your adolescent stage, and then the teenage stage, and you know it going like that. Like to me,
yeah,
because just watching kids, like you said, once they start becoming teenagers, oh shit, yeah,
whole different being.
it's a whole different thing.
And but you know what's cool too? The fact that it's a number 7. So it's as if like every year that passes, you're like going through a position in the chakra and you're like gaining a level of maturity based
Yeah,
on your
that
Yeah.
age on that
Yeah,
chakra position.
the 7 days, you know, 7 days. It's on the seventh day you rest. Yeah, the sevens are huge. And then you said 49 was an ending number, which would just be a multiplication of 7 by 7,
Yeah,
which is crazy, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
That communic. I'm sorry.
that
no, go
communication.
ahead.
No, I was gonna say that communication aspect is very interesting. How you're talking about the cancer cells stop communicating yet keep on living, and then somebody else is talking about the mitochondria. So look back in our history. Well, mitochondria is a communication between our cells and then this other bacteria that lived outside of itself. But then how we got mitochondria is a kind of a mutation or a way for the cell to have this powerhouse within itself, but it used to actually live outside of the cell. So we've taken different
100%.
aspects from and just like what you were saying, you take, in a spiritual sense, you take different aspects of what people tell you and then incorporate that into your own being. somehow.
100%. 100%.
Alchemy.
Well said.
So, I learned that back in ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt, like certain schools and universities, you weren't allowed to join them until you were 48, 49, until your nervous system was fully developed, and you had to go through this initiation ritual to be allowed in the school. And if you failed the ritual, you would die. So they wanted to make sure that you had lived a proper life, that you had kids, that you had a family and everything before they let you in the school in certain universities back then.
That's
Wow.
that's true, because my friend, like, that's what he was telling me when I first started doing psychedelics. He said they had like that school that was like that, to where they were taking psychedelics, but you had to be over 40. Like, it's a certain, age you had to be once you got there, and then you could join that school or some shit. And I'm like, whoa, bro. That is
Yeah,
trippy.
in Kabbalah they got white tantra. Like you got to be 50 to do that, to start that.
Man. Is it like the death preparation?
I don't know. I think it's oriented around the fact that like I said, like at 49 your nervous system stops growing, so you're technically considered fully mature. So it would be like you were done growing, so then you can actually start to learn and you would actually understand what you're learning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because you won't perceive it in the way you did in your adolescence or your younger years. But that's one thing that's probably why they always say, in your later years, you'll understand. It's crazy how the same stories play out, and they can, and if you say it in a different way, it can sound real esoteric. But it just be a normal saying that we've been told all our lives from grown-ups all the time and shit.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it's the same cycles every like
Yeah.
maybe 10 or 20 years of the same stuff. It's just different slight variables and different slight technological like aspects that might affect it.
Yeah, that's
Is it?
what.
Because every 7 years you change your cell like a snake, like a reptile. You let go of the old and not new stuff. You still have what you have, but it's something new, man. Not like before. Even though your cells are splitting during the same process, it's some evolved cells. You know, there's some memory shit happening there. It's never the same, man. I don't think it's ever the same. Even if it's a repeated formula or pattern, it's something different, man. Not that evolution is real, but the process of evolution is different. When you evolve, when you transcend,
But
not
that's the trippy thing
you
that
take what
gets
you know
me
from
is
behind, but it's totally different in the future. It's never the same. I don't believe in
it's like everything that comes into reality evolves in one way or another.
makes it different than it was before. It's never the same, man. It's not the same. It's not the same patterns, form. I make you see the similarity in things, but
Everything that comes into reality, like as it evolves, it's like it's trying to better itself. It don't matter, even the inanimate
never been
objects.
done before. You're experiencing things that's never been done before. No other creator is going to experience it. It might be the same scenarios, but it's not going to be the same as you.
Yeah,
everything
from you gonna look at it differently.
It's all different. Everything is different. It's a whole new world.
Hey, like when Instigator Girl was talking about seeing that one entity that was made all the different heads and butts and stuff. That's what it always remind me of that now, like life, because it starts off, no matter what it is, it starts off as one thing and then it begins to change and form. That same thing keep pushing itself out in all different types of ways. Like
I don't believe it's the same. I believe it's always different. But that's just me though.
No, when I say the same, it's like it's coming from it started from one place, bro. Like it was a couple people that started making however it happened, and it's like it's kind of weird to even just go off of the Adam and Eve story. Cause I think it gotta be. I think it's more than that. It has to be a little bit more, not a
I
lot,
look at it as the
but
pebble and the ripple. It's still a ripple, but as the ripple travels, it's still a ripple, but it becomes a different form of ripple. Yes, it all started from the pebble, but the ripple is not the pebble, and the pebble is not the ripple.
and then it's
The
like
ripple
weird.
is the after effect of the pebble.
But
Which
it's
one are you, the
weird
pebble or the
that
ripple?
that we look at it differently. But when you take a journey and you're able to see where all your words and your ideas came from, they'll have a whole different voice on it. They'll have a voice of probably your uncle, your cousin, somebody that was around in the household as you was coming up and you was learning and you was copying the things they were saying.
Yeah, but some things you create yourself. You get inspired by those kind of people, but you create it, or else you're stuck in the same pattern as them. You're in the same place. If you don't think of a new idea or use what they have and change it, create something new, you're going to be in the same.
What's the new
It has to be
okay,
different.
how many
It has
new
to be different.
ideas?
It has to be
I
different.
don't-
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Just
it's
some
a-
different
it's
than
a,
what they're thinking.
We
Because
taking
God
the
bless your uncle, but
basically
you don't want to be your uncle. You want to be you.
we taking
You
the
know?
same thing that is and we shaping it and we going, look, now it's different.
Yeah, but
You
that's
create
that's
new
part
things,
of.
though.
I think that's
Sorry.
part of the plan, though. Sorry to intrude, but I feel like the idea of like I express all the time, I don't like wearing brands and stuff, but at the same time, I'm branding myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna do this other idea, but all that's doing, it's not really a new idea. It's just going against an existing one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like if like I like the brand thing, right? Because I typically wear plain T-shirts that don't have anything on them. But when I looked into it, like I think I'm going against the system, right? But they've already calculated in that there's going to be people like that. So it's not a new idea that I'm trying to. Yeah, so they already know that there's going to be people like me. So they go ahead and put that type of shit out there for me to go buy.
Yeah.
So it's not my new idea. They've already knew that idea was going to come up.
The people that had the idea put it out and said, man, I don't want nothing on my tees. I'm going to just make just plain tees, different colors.
Right. I don't want anything on them.
Yeah, nothing.
But then
Trip me up.
Yeah.
Someone's shit is beeping. That's my carbon monoxide detector. Is that
But-
somebody you backing up in a truck or something, man? Somebody beeping? Because that's tripping me out.
But it's kind
it's
of
my
dope.
whip.
It's kind of
It's
dope
my whip.
because we could create these different ideas and then we get to be them. We get
Right.
to live in them. We get to
Experience
grab them,
them.
and experience them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a persona. It's a mask,
Oh,
right?
no
We put on
ideas.
you put on your mask or your costume before you present.
Everything.
And this is in life. We do this constantly, regardless if we're even
It's like-
aware of it, because you're out trying to experience, and then when you go through an experience, you try and live it all the way out. So even when someone's going to present you with something that might stray you away, like, oh, this guy's bad for you or this girl's bad for you, you're like, I'm trying to experience this chick, dude. I'm going to keep going around with her. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do this. Right. I understand what you're saying, but I'm going to do it anyways. And you're like, what the
Anyways.
fuck is wrong with this guy? You're like,
Don't you know she got the Usher disease, man? Come on, leave her. You don't want to mess with her, man.
But it kind of
Some
it
souvenir
kind of
that
makes
lasts for
sense
life.
because it's like let me have my experience.
right.
So
And that's all
Something
tied
you're meant
in.
just
That's
not
already
to
in
do,
there.
man. Just because heroin is there and cocaine and drugs are there
But-
doesn't mean you got to try it. I see these people, they look like they're in another world, like zombies, man. I just want to see what it's all about. No, that one mistake devastates the rest of your life. You got to be cautious. Just because you can do it don't mean you have to do it. But it's up to you to make the decision if you want to try. People can
What's
tell
the
you
biggest
whatever.
hyper-
No matter what, your world is your reality. There, we
What
live in the same
is a
existence in this
hyperswat?
world, but everybody's different, man. No matter what, nobody tells you. Like you said, man, fuck, I want to do it, man. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I think it goes
And
to an
after you're
appetite.
like, fuck, why didn't you tell me? I told you, bro. Shit, man. Now I got the HPV. Oh shit.
And it's wild because, like, even when you tell somebody something, right? And let's say the thing happens and it go, something like the way that you said, but it's not like that. But it's still perceived like that because that's what you said it was gonna be.
Right, yeah, because you're gonna hold the illusion. You're not gonna. You're gonna hold the illusion, and then you're gonna fight to keep it alive, regardless of any other reality around you. This is the Mr. Smith effect. Whenever Mr. Smith steps in and starts arguing with you over a clear, obvious topic that they should be aware of, you're like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
Some agency takes over their body, Mr. Smith, and he makes them do things that typically they maybe not would behave or act in a fashion, but
yeah, so that's the part that get me though, Gnostic Chef, is like, once you make it that way, like when it happen, you gonna see it that way regardless, because you already said it was gonna be like that. So even if it get anywhere close to it, your mind is gonna make it, and it's like, fuck, that's and you're going to fight with it, because I think the ideas is like everything else. They don't really want to die. The ideas is what live forever. The ideas is what
they blame you, man. You jinxed me, man. You cursed me, man. It's your fault. You shouldn't have said that, man. It's your fault, man. Not instead of giving them advice to avoid the situation, then you don't say I told you so. But if you do, then they say, oh, it's your fault. Your fault, man. How the fuck is it my fault? I got nothing to do with nothing, man.
You want that?
I gotta wash my hands.
You jinxed me, man.
Yeah, you jinxed me.
I never thought about that could happen, man.
He said,
"Shoot, why did you have to put that out there? You projected that upon me, man. You made it happen, man. No, you just didn't think about that.
What is a psychedelic hyper slap, though? Like, I don't.
That's a conscious kick to the third eye, man. That's what that is.
Oh, and he said,
I had so many.
If you don't want it, it'll give it to you, man.
So many of them, bruh. Oh my God, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense.
Make sense. It's part of the lesson, man.
Yeah.
It'll make sense later on. You'll figure it out later on. But right now, you're just in the process of learning the lesson. When you were in school, what the heck? But then by the time you took the test later on, okay, you figure shit out.
That's the problem, though. The
Creator only feeds us so much, and we think we know it all. We just know what He gives to us.
The problem is that it all makes sense. But when you telling it to somebody that can't see it, it make you sound kind of crazy.
Truth can be fine at any angle. You can tell me something, and then somebody else can tell me something to disprove what you say. So no, nothing. There's no truth nowadays. Anything statement you make, somebody can contradict it with proof and evidence, with so-called fact. So it's only what you determine as truth is what matters, and that's it. You're your own judge and jury, man. It's what you decide that escapes your journey. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
People can tell you anything and everything. Yeah, I'm going to listen to you. As soon as you leave, you do the opposite of what they said. Because that's your nature, man.
Because I even get, I still get, everything, kind of fractalized, bro. It's weird, when everything get kind of fractally and, get these fractal designs and nothing changes. But it changes as that fractal design is reality, but we looking at it like this, but it's like, no, it's this thing over here really, and this thing over here.
It's the kaleidoscope, bro.
Yeah,
okay, so when you're looking in the kaleidoscope and you start twisting it and viewing it from a different angle, you see a whole different thing, although it's all encompassing, right?
Yeah.
The whole experience is all encompassing. It's all there in that kaleidoscope. But the more I turn it, the more I see.
Yeah, and it's and it seems like it's changing, but it's the same little
same thing.
Triangle, little with colors little inside crystals. Of it, just kind of just
little
flipping,
floating around.
Yeah, floating around. And just shining light off of it from different angles to make it look different, but it's not.
That's all. Exactly. Exactly, it's the kaleidoscope of life, bro. It's the way you view it. It's the way you see it.
Yeah, but the crazy. This is the crazy thing that messes me up is the fact that you really think you really think you thinking right now. You
think
really
you think.
Yeah, like you really think you thinking. You really think that you being something right now. But the thing is just being what it is. And it's weird, bro. It's weird. I ain't gonna say it's hard to explain because that's explaining it the best way I can say it. The ways I seen it. I seen it just going, and everybody feeling like or acting like they doing this thing, but it's like nah. The thing. This is what the thing
It's
does.
like predestined already. It's already predestined.
No,
You
it's
think you're doing
not
something,
even
but you're
not
already
even
programmed to do
predestined.
it.
But this
Like
is
we're
what
robots,
the thing does.
PCs.
Like how the wind blows. The wind blows.
We're all PCs.
This is how everything grows. This is how everything acts. This is what it do. And it's just doing it.
Yeah, but not everything is consistent, man. There's a lot of chaos in it, even down to the quantum. There's a lot of chaos,
There's
chaos.
That's
Bro,
consistency, right? If
what
there's
do you
always chaos,
mean?
that's consistency.
The chaos.
That's consistency,
Chaos
though.
isn't consistent, though. It determines on the observer, right? It's all
But
those
there's-
different things.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because that's your subjective feel, though. You're
Exactly,
looking
and
at
that's
it.
what I was saying. We influence
Right.
it by that
Chaos.
observation. Like it's deep,
Cha-
man. You're deep, True, man.
chaos.
God bless you, True. Hit that like button. people.
No,
This is amazing
chaos.
content. Share it with a friend.
Big
Send
chill.
this shit to
Chaos
Tyson,
moves so smoothly
Mike
though.
Tyson and Degrassi Tyson. This is amazing content. Bless you,
Chaos
True.
moves so smoothly though. Despite what
Right.
it does, it moves smoothly.
Yeah, if you were to look at the inner workings of a fetus being created and watching those cells being told what they're going to be and what they're not going to be, or else it wouldn't form the being that you are today. If there wasn't that chaos, that in that chaos they found some type of organization, right?
Yeah.
But if you were to view it underneath the microscope, you would just see chaos.
You see,
It would
yeah,
just it would
the fuck?
it would just be a bunch of fucking cells like destroying themselves, becoming things that they weren't before. It would just look like madness. But then at the end of that madness, you see a fully formed, functional being.
Yeah.
That's that chaos magic there.
That
I
can
believe there's a
grow.
method to the
And-
mayhem. You know what I mean? There's some kind of organized chaos, sort of, but you know, there's still. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm saying I know it's not an infinite amount of options what it could fucking do, but I don't know. I haven't observed it on a field like that.
Right.
I believe that. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's some chaos in the organized. Everything's organized, but I don't believe it's all like even our body itself. What creates this body to move and do the things that it does is like, yes, we can explain it and everything, but like you said, there's some chaotic shit going on. If that shit wasn't there and other things were reacting to that, it wouldn't be to that, and wouldn't make. You know, we're a big puzzle,
Right.
but it all depends on some small little thing. Like you take it out and it doesn't make us. We don't exist. Like it's messed up, man. But there's some organized shit into it. I don't believe we're all
There's some,
PCs. I don't believe in free will either. I don't believe so. I'm sort of like in between. True. I'm in between.
Oh no,
I'm in between.
no,
I don't believe we have a choice either.
understand.
Because we
I
live in a
understand.
bubble on this fucking planet, and we're controlled by the market. We buy what
That's
they
the
tell us.
part.
Like Homeboy was saying, that's
That's
true. We are controlled by brands. And we
That's
don't really
the
have
chaos
choice.
of your
We want it.
energy, though.
Because we
So
can't go
I
live in
get
the
it.
woods naked. We'd go to jail.
That's the big chill. That's the chaos of your energy. This is the chaos of my energy.
I'm saying there is some chaotic
But it's
shit like
it's
that.
a
Electrical
smooth
pulse
flow though. That shit
is
is
moving.
Right.
flowing smooth.
Yeah,
We don't really
shit.
know about that 70% inside the atom. We only know about the little nucleus and the cell membrane. There's so much other shit, and that other they may know, but they don't tell us, or we may know through psychedelics because
Man,
we've
that
been
shit
inside
said
that atom.
as
But
above,
what's in
so
that
below.
70% space? Like
This-
we're mostly just
The same thing that's in this 70% space.
yeah. Is it the chaos? Is it time? Is it space to grow? Then how come the nucleus doesn't expand, and the cells it stays within its fucking, it doesn't change. There's still all that space, but why is what's in there? Is it protein to help the fucking nucleus and the atoms and the cells separate and all this shit? But they don't really know. They don't tell us. Is it dark matter? What is it? Is that the glue that keeps all of our atoms together? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It is an organization. I believe it is some form of organization.
It's
repetitive
organized
patterns.
chaos.
But I believe the chaos has something to do with it too, because we need that chaos every once in a while when things are smooth to sort of make you strong. Without no stress, there's no progress. fat tissue without putting tension on it. You can't turn it into muscle. And I believe the soul and this life or whatever the hell purpose we're here for is sort of like that too.
It's
We need tension and
Morpheus
chaos
on
to help
Neo.
us to become what we're supposed to become. Are we what we're supposed to become? Are we at the end of our evolution?
Said,
I don't know.
open your mind.
You know what I'm saying? But psychedelics help us. But still, that's the psychedelic realm. You come back to this realm, and then you're trying to fucking figure out your dreams.
Nah, but
Chasing your tail for the longest time.
when you go to the psychedelic world, you find out the psychedelic world is no different than this world. This world is the psychedelic world, as the psychedelic world is
Totally
this
different.
world.
Different world. I don't even think the psychedelic world is the subconscious world. I think subconscious world you get through without psychedelics and stuff, through meditation and stuff. And that psychedelic world is like somewhere between the meditation and some other realm. I'm not saying it ain't real and it's all in our head. I do believe that it's some kind of portal to a higher consciousness. That I believe is real. I don't think it's just a hallucination in your
It's
head.
all one
But
thing.
it is all one, yes. But I'm saying it's separate.
all
It's a different
thing
realm. I don't like to
that's-
use dimensions. I use realms. So that psychedelic realm is totally different than this organic realm.
If the flying spaghetti.
You know, you're carried by your thoughts there. It's like the afterlife. But here you have it relies on action. You have to do something. You can't just think about it, right? You got to do something. But the
Unless you
psychedelic realm,
have-
you just think it and it's done.
Unless you have like a disorder, because they say like people with schizophrenia and stuff like that are literally, they're just tapping into those said realms you're describing, which would then kind of allude to me that it is within this same space that we're all just manifesting it. Like, so we can manifest here in this virtual VR version of the simulation, if whatever you want to call it or whatever. And then shit, I lost my train of thought.
And then at the
You're right,
same
'cause you can
time,
create
we
your
can
own world
create
with the
these other
schizophrenic people,
places.
like you were saying.
Like you create your own. You can create an infinite amount of worlds within yourself. You do it all the time already. Everybody does it.
Right. I guess it was
You can't
the
stay in all those
schizophrenic.
worlds. You got to choose
Yeah,
the
that-
world.
The
Sorry,
thought I was
brother,
having
finish your
was
thought.
no, you're fine. The thought I was having was on the schizophrenics, because in tribal settings and stuff like that, those people were considered the shaman of the group. They were the ones that were able to speak past this realm. They were able to see into the next realm. They held people with mental disease up as the most sacred people in their group. And I think maybe it's based on a fact that they're able to tap into like the description of a psychedelic realm, because there's people that have different versions of schizophrenia. Most of them all share a similar overlook though. So it's just interesting that if it was like a disease, some weird disease where it wasn't real stuff that they were seeing, then why did they all describe the same things? It's just interesting that they're seeing the same shit. So how am I to tell them that's not reality if they all describe it as the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, they're shifters. They're shifters. Some have straight up hallucinations and think Jay-Z and Beyonce are stealing the world and shit. But then, yeah, when they talk about other realms, yeah, man. Some of them, and I believe that too, that they're tapped into like some other realms, man. But you know, who are we to judge them? And then people want to give them drugs to make them like, so their brain's not working like that. They're on some next level. If they can focus and harness that energy, they can do great things. You know, a lot of the most greatest physicists and scientists in the world were crazy. They talk to themselves. The greatest professors, you know. What's our homeboy's name? Russell Crowe did the movie about him, you know. He's seen that shit till the day he died. He just learned to distinguish real people from fake people. But some of these people were people in his head from when he was a kid. You know, what's that guy's name? Professor, the one that wrote Game Theory, remember? He was a schizophrenic, science for Harvard.
I remember the movie, I just can't remember
Professor,
the
I forget
the
his
name.
name. Yeah, I forget his name, but he's a great, intelligent dude, man. And through his whole life, he's seen these other people, and they weren't like telling him to kill people and stuff. They would tell him all kinds of things, and some of the theories that he figured out, like game theory and stuff, was discussions that he had with these imaginary, so-called imaginary people. Because some of his fucking characters were fucking super more intelligent than him, or did he already have that intelligent in him? Did he create those fucking people? You know, it was crazy. Like when you read
That
the book,
makes
the movie don't really
that
talk,
make
but when
too
you read the
much
book, man,
sense
it
though.
makes me think that he was visited by spirits,
But
not
that
just
make too much
schizophrenic, like
sense.
ghosts.
The Dead Sea
Do you think
Scrolls say
your
Enoch was
do you
visited
think like
by
your heart
aliens in
and
his
your liver
grandson with no
and your
organs
other
or life.
organs are living entities, or they're separate from you?
They said his eyes
Yeah, man,
glowed.
they got muscle memory. Like when you chop the head off a fish and then you're cooking the fish, you think it comes back to life. It starts. I think every atom has like a brain.
Right. So like because I'm going with I'm like cooking here. So you have your organs, which they all are separate from you, but they all have to work together, hence the name organ, to make the symphony work, right? So if you want the organism to function and do its dance or play its music, you need the organ to be in function, which is funny that they gave them those names because an organ is a musical instrument.
Yeah.
But we have all of those things need to work together, right? Communicate together, and we don't get to hear none of that communication. Now, what if we do hear that communication? And what if you're giving your stomach stuff it doesn't like, and it's like, hey, dipshit, you're a fucking moron, and this is why you feel like an idiot all day, is because you've eaten something that your stomach doesn't like, and it's like, hey, you're a dipshit, and then, but you don't get to hear it, but your subconscious does. Now, what if you're hearing these entities or demons and things that people say that they hear are just their internals telling them things about how shitty you're treating yourself, or you know what I mean?
Hey,
cartoon
you
from
know what's
Disney,
funny
all the
about
people in
that
the
though,
kid's head.
right? Because you gonna have the one in the gut saying, "Man, what the fuck is you doing?" Then you gonna have the taste buds going, "Man, that's some good shit."
That's what I mean. So you have all these conflicting arguments going on within your head that you don't even get a talk in. You don't even get you don't get to tell them shit. They get to decide. Your stomach's gonna be like, no, fuck you. I'm gonna throw this up. You know, like I'm not taking this. Or if your stomach's not intelligent, then you get no uptake of your nutrient values into your system, and then your body starts shutting down. So it's like your heart stops beating. If it just decides to stop beating, then your body shuts down.
I had an experience where it was like I was meeting all my organs, and they was like, "Bruh."
Because we don't even try to communicate with those things like you're describing right now, where you've met your organs, you know?
You see your lungs and all the smoke you put in it. It's like, damn, I'm sorry.
Maybe apologize. Yeah, like apologize.
That's what
like,
I
hey,
was
bro,
doing.
I'm sorry.
I was like, man, I'm sorry. I didn't even know. Like the pain I just caused my heart, just different parts of my anatomy was just like, fuck. Like my bad.
Yeah, the brain's like, hey, bro, we like this, you know? And then your body's like, no, we don't.
Yeah, and it's weird because like even the time to where my eyes was seeing something that my mouth would try to explain, but my mouth would say it in a different way, and my ears was hearing something totally different than what I was seeing, but all of it was trying to come together and explain what was going on, and it couldn't. It was fucking weird as shit, bro.
They had these doctors in California. They called them the, damn it, what was the name? It was something nefarious. It sounded devilish, but they were splitting both hemispheres of the brains of people with severe epilepsy, and it was curing their seizures. But what they found was that it also like disconnected their ability to communicate their visual cortex to their like audio. So they would have these patients where they would be like saying a certain thing, but then showing them a different image, and then ask them what they've seen, and then ask them what to draw, and they end up drawing the thing they heard, or saying the thing they saw.
Yeah.
Or saying this, or saying the thing. I can't remember exactly how it went, but they could literally split the hemispheres to get them to not be able to communicate.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing that I like about psychedelics is that it show you that all these different things are saying something different. All of them are attaching themselves to something outside of you in life in a different way. But it's so much that sometimes you get addicted to drugs
Some
or
people
something.
believe that when you take psychedelics, you just go within your brain, and it's like all this. You're going within the electrical pulses in your brain, so you're going over to all parts of your brain that you don't access. This is the scientist's theory, not the
Right.
other realms and stuff. Because like there's parts of our brains that even when we access, they don't allow us to access while they're using it. But with psychedelics, you relax and you go into that charge.
Yeah.
And it's like tunnel's supposed to be the back of your neck, and it's like once you hit your brain, it's like infinite fantasy, infinite dreaming. That's what people say. It's like near death experience.
Yeah.
It's like rapid dreaming because you have control of everything. Like in your dreams, when you realize you're dreaming, it's like a DMT trip. But in the DMT trip, you don't even know, or psychedelics, you forget that you're tripping and you're just engulfing this world on a pure innocence, on like a first time. All those,
Yeah.
it's like,
So when you go into your dreams, you able to see all your dreams, and like
when you
as
know
you
it's a
look at
dream,
them,
yeah,
you
you
live them out at the same time. It's like trippy, but yeah, that's real, Big Chill.
All right, guys, I gotta get out of here because I
All
gotta
right.
go clock in. But yeah,
All
no,
right, bro.
blessings. Oh, yeah, you
Yeah,
guys enjoy
next
the rest
time.
of your day. Yeah, I'll be
you
back.
too.
All right, brother. Later.
All right. Hey, yeah, that's crazy, bro.
keep vacation, man.
But
Forget
I
about
think
going to
it
Hawaii,
like when I be
Disney
seeing a
World.
lot of near-death experiences, and like even psychedelic experiences, and they talk about the files and seeing the files, and the files had their life in it. I feel like that's how we kind of save our life as we going. We save them in this file system, like which would be like
Brain
the
records
Akashic
everything,
records
man.
or something.
That tissue in our skull, man, it remembers everything. But then we're learning that also our tissue, there's tissue memory. I mean, they're finding memory in trees and rock, like like history, and like this. Our body is like the same friggin' way, man.
Yeah. And I think we take on, man, we take on a lot of entities and act the entities out in life.
Like Buddy was saying, are your organs alive? Everybody does a job, and your brain tells them what to do, but they're part of this thing in your body, And if they can talk, maybe it's them talking back to you, and your brain's transmitting it from pains in your belly to actual words, because that's what you choose to communicate through words. So maybe schizophrenics aren't crazy. It's their stomach or their kidneys telling them, stop eating the chocolates.
That would be wild, bro.
Imagine if your organs could talk to you.
I think that do happen at times. Different, and it don't just be that, the organs, it be the certain aspects of yourself that you created over time also. Like you create different personas of yourself as you go.
You always carry that child with you, the teenager, They say women are stuck at 21, and they say men are 25, and men are stuck between 18 and 21. No matter how old you are, you still think you're that 18, 20-year-old kid.
Yeah.
But you still think you're that kid, but you're really not. You're very mature. You have family, your grandfather. But in your head, before you look in the mirror, you still think you're that. And then you look in the mirror and you're like, holy fuck, what the fuck happened? I don't recognize this guy, man. I always remember the 18, 20-year-old.
Yeah, I still remember that dude. Like, who is this?
I still remember him like yesterday, bro.
Who is this dude right here? It's like just yesterday I went to 7-Eleven, got a pack of Now Laters. Like, here it is 20 years later. But I gotta head out, man. I gotta head out. I'm about to head out of here, man. Go do my thing. I'll be back later after the concert, though. So I'm gonna be faded. I get to have a chauffeur and stuff. So yeah, take me a light dose. I ain't gonna take too much. I ain't, because last time I was fucking tripping at the Jodeci concert. Oh my god, bro! Everybody was. Bro, I don't know. They look like it looked like a carpet, or you feel me, like how the rug and all the head, the top looked like heads. It looked weird. Everybody was together though. It was trippy. The lights was fascinating. Everything was
You
fascinating.
gotta live stream that shit on the Romance channel, man. You should be
The Romance channel.
you got a next channel for I thought you had the next one for the couples or something, didn't you? No?
Yeah, I didn't make it. I couldn't. I don't think I can live stream it though because it's music.
Okay, I see.
Copyright.
Yeah. But everybody, when you see at concerts, everybody got their cameras going, man. Like everybody got their phone up.
Yeah.
Everyone used to say, no, you can't do that. But they can't stop the people. Because it's against their, they used to say it's private property and not let people bring in their phones. But people need their phones. You're in a concert
at certain events they don't you can't have no phone.
They stopped that shit in Canada. You're allowed to bring your phone. People got to get hold of their fans, and they say you're not supposed to record, but people do. When you see whoever's here and they show the audience, man, there's 50,000.
Yeah, but she had to get her a meet and greet. So
she got the meet and greet.
Yes,
nice.
A meet and greet. So
well, I don't want to know what you paid. It doesn't matter, man. Everything for the wife. That's cool. Right on.
Yeah, see.
So she'll get to hug her and ask her a question and take a picture and stuff, right?
Yeah, all that stuff.
Maybe she can make a friend, man. You never know. Do a threesome.
Let's see. I think I got her. Oh, she gonna be in New York too. That's dope.
Where's your seats? Close to the stage or what? Is it that venue with the moat there, with the water separating that place?
No, I don't know what this venue gonna be. I think it's supposed to be at the House of Blues or something. I ain't been there yet, so.
Is it like food and then concert or just concert?
Man,
I thought the House of Blues is like you eat food and then you see the concert.
It's gonna be alcohol and then the concert.
I know the House of Blues.
That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be that and then the concert.
Yeah, but you're gonna be on shrooms, man. The alcohol won't affect you, man. I do shrooms, man, and drink. I fucking drink a 2 for fun and get a hang. And I don't even drink.
But yeah, I'm holla y'all.
What's up, brother? Bless up.
All right, big chill. Till next time. My girl, get on Mike Hayes. Peace out, and peace out you too. I'ma holla.